Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another video and welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber or a new person on this channel, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and be part of the Nesty channel. So as promised or as requested that you guys ask me questions on my social media platforms and I do a Q&A, I am here to answer those questions. So yeah, let's get on today's video. Okay, so I've got questions on Instagram, I have questions on Facebook as well, and where else? Yeah, I think it's Instagram and Facebook. So I'm gonna go through the questions that are on Instagram and then go to the questions that are on Facebook. Let's see. Okay, the number one question that I got, I'm obviously not going to mention names. The number one question that I got was, what duties do you do when you arrive at the clinic and what kind of challenges do you come across? So the first thing that I do, I think on one of my videos I kind of like showed you guys that, is to tidy my consulting room up. Normally I am unable to tidy my consulting room up like a day before when I knock off, because I would either be busy with work or something else. So I normally get in and tidy my consulting room up, and if there is work that I was not finished with from yesterday, like capturing files on sync, I would do that as well. So basically in the morning it's just I get a little bit time alone with myself to like wrap up things that I was not able to finish up yesterday, and also to just tidy up my consulting room. And once I'm done that, at the reception they're probably also done and have retrieved files for me to start collecting bloods on my patients, for patients who would be collecting bloods on that particular day. And mainly because the courier only comes once here in our clinic, so in the mornings I prioritize patients that are supposed to collect bloods over like all the rest of the patients. So the second question that I have is, how many years does it take to obtain the PHC specialty after obtaining an undergrad, a BCAD degree? So you don't need any number of years to like obtain a specialty in nursing. But however, you have to finish your ComServe, like you need to complete your ComServe, and then you can do whatever you want to do. But note that that applies when you want to like self-fund yourself. But when you want to apply through the government, like as I am working right now, I can get my employer to send me to school. So they normally say as long as you have like three years of experience in that particular clinic or sub-district or whatever, then they can take you to school again. But I know that those rules, they differ from one institution to the other. Others, they take you immediately when there is availability of a study leave. So yeah, it doesn't take that long. Like there is no certain requirements but you need to have this amount of experience for you to be admitted into the PHC course. So it is all up to the employer, and if you want to take yourself, if you want to self-fund, then you can like finish off your ComServe and the following year you apply for school. The other question is, hi Nessie, how was your stipend as a student? So my stipend as a student, you remember that I said they were paying for everything, like they were paying for my accommodation, tuition, giving me food on campus and lunch boxes if I'm going on practicals. And what else did they do for us? They bought us uniform, provided us with transport. So my stipend then was 1,500 rands, and then they stopped forcing us to eat at the cafeteria, like at the college cafeteria, because when they were giving us the 1.5, they forced us to eat at the cafeteria. Like you would have your lunch, your supper, and your dinner at the cafeteria. So at some point they forced doing that, and they started giving us 1,000 rand for the groceries. So it was up to you if you want to like go eat at the cafeteria or not. You would just buy meal tickets. And when they stopped doing that, like forcing us to eat at the cafeteria, our stipend was increased to 2,500 rand, and they still continued paying our tuition, accommodation, as well as transportation. Okay, so another question I got is, have you experienced ghosts in the hospital or clinics? I haven't experienced any of those. I think the main reason I haven't is because I work a day shift. Like I'm a 7 to 4 clinic. So yeah, since I completed my studies, I've never worked night shift. I've never worked in a facility that operates at night. Well, a lot of people who gets to claim that they've experienced those things are people that works night shift mostly. Yeah, people would be like they had doors banging and like igwai footsteps and stuff like that. So it's mostly night shifters who will tell you but they've had an experience of hearing things in the facility. But personally, I've never like had any type of an experience like that. The other question I have is, hi Nesty, how is the interview for successful candidates? So currently, what I know is that the current intake of nursing, they go through a psychometric test. But during our time, we didn't do any writing, we didn't do any psychometric test. It was a panel interview. So it was like you would come in and you will find your panelists sitting there and they throw questions at you. So it looked like an interview of a job, basically. They would ask you about the particular principles, ask you about what would you contribute as a nurse in the society or in the health sector. They would ask you about yourself. So those were the questions that we went through during our interviews. But right now, the current system is that potential candidates get to write a psychometric test. I haven't seen any of those psychometric tests. I think I need to speak to a friend of mine to like find questions for me for those psychometric tests so that I can come and share them with you guys on here. Because I know a lot of people who ask me questions about what questions do they ask in these psychometric tests, and to be honest, I don't know because I've never written any. I literally just got into a boardroom that was filled with women and men who were very old, and they were throwing questions at me. So yeah, I think I need to find out for you guys what exactly are the questions that are asked during a psychometric test for nurses. The last question that I got on Instagram is, what are the challenges you face? There are a lot of challenges I'm facing. The current challenge that I am facing right now is shortage of medication. I don't think there is anything in my work space that frustrates me like shortage of medication, because the patient comes to the facility to get assistance. I mean, for someone to walk out of their houses because of pain, I don't take that lightly. I mean, that person could have just enjoyed the whole thing, but they are unable to do that. So they decide to walk to the clinic with the hope that they are going to get something that's going to assist them. And then they find pretty little sisters saying she has absolutely nothing. She doesn't even have Panado. That really frustrates me. I get frustrated when there is no medication to issue out to patients. I get really frustrated when I don't have ARVs to issue out to patients, and a patient looks at me like, but Sister Z, you the same nurse that says I must stick to my treatment, that I must drink my treatment, I must not default, I must not even pass one day without taking my tablets. And today you're telling me that you don't have medication and you're probably not going to have it for 2 weeks. Like, what the hell? What am I saying to my patients? And I think that breaks the trust between me and my patients, and it also breaks the relationship that I get to establish at the beginning of our journey. Like, I now seem like this person who doesn't have her life or her things figured out. I hate that. It's really a challenge that I wish I had powers over, but unfortunately I don't have powers over out of stock from pharmacy. So yeah, those are some of the challenges that you get to have as a nurse. And other challenges are colleagues that do not know the spirit of teamwork, or a colleague that wants to have somebody who always like tidy up after they've worked. I hate that. I hate it when a person comes to a workplace and they think they came with a maid, or they came with a child, or they came with someone to do things for them. I hate such people. I love working with people who like know what they need to do and do it perfectly without having to have somebody coming after them to finish off something that they should have finished. I hate it, and I know it also happens a lot in nursing. yeah, I think those are the challenges that you would meet. Besides having nasty patients, you get to have nasty patients, and also you get to deal with nasty family members as well. Yeah, I think those are the questions that I'm gonna take from Instagram. I know there's one question that is on one of my comments. I think I was asked about how much do clinicians earn in South Africa. At this particular moment, clinicians earn around 350,000 per annum. Clinicians is someone who has a postgrad diploma in primary healthcare. Those are clinicians in South Africa. I know the person who was asking this question was not from South Africa, so I'm not sure what clinicians mean in their own country, but they earn something like 350,000 per annum. That is a grade 1 clinician. I've made a YouTube video on my channel about the amount of money we get as nurses in South Africa. Literally, I've made from auxiliary nurses, which are enrolled nurses, to registered nurses, to nurses with specialty. So if you want to know about how much do ENAs get, how much do ENs get, how much do RNs get, how much do nurses with specialty get, please go and check that video out. I think it's titled "How Much Do Nurses Make in South Africa?" So yeah, I've shared the figures, even though the figures are not as precise as when I shared that video this year. Obviously, yearly we're getting an increase as nurses, so yeah, there's a bit of a difference right now. Even though this year we didn't get our increase, and I'm just wondering if we're gonna get it. Apparently, it is because of Corona. I don't know, else Corona took our salaries or what, but it is what it is. So let's quickly go to Facebook and check what questions did we receive from there. Or somebody says, "Hi Z, I love your hair. Where did you buy it?" Guys, this is the hair that I received from Vongai. Yesterday I looked very, very pretty. Today I didn't even lay it with glue because I woke up with a bit of a headache. So you can get this hair from, I think it's Dreamtress in Instagram. That's her Instagram page where she sells like your lace wigs and all types of hair. So yeah, if you would like to have this hair, then please do check out her business page. One last question that I have is, how do you handle the stress that comes with being a nurse? That is a very baby, really.
How do you think it's a copy? How can you exactly one? Good morning. How do you cleanse a copy? Good copy is a one day. I'm going to see you for bring my damn copy.
Okay, so one last question that I'm going to take is, how do you handle the stress that comes with being a nurse? That is a very, very good question. There is a lot of stress that comes with being a nurse. It's not glitz and glam most of the days. I remember just 2 days ago, I was just breaking down to my boyfriend and I was just telling him how, you know what, I cannot anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this. So this is how I handle the stress. I don't take it home with me. I try to always not think about the bad things that I've experienced at work during a day when I get home. And I often offload to my partner. I am so grateful for Guez that he is a soft-spoken man. He is a caring man. He is a wise man as well, because he always knows what to say to me and how to make me feel better. I just hate the fact that we're in a long-distance relationship. Because some days I just feel like I just want to lie on his chest and have him to massage my head, or just to, like, I don't know, make me feel better in any way physical. But I like reading right now. I've found new hobbies. So whenever I get home, I would take a book and I read. Also, one of the things that I enjoy doing is watching YouTube videos. So yeah, I basically try not to think about the things that I did not like when I was at work, or the things that have caused me stress when I was at work. When I go home, the other thing that I enjoy doing is doing my hair. So you guys know I have natural hair, right? I love hair care. Hair care makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. And also, I also love like skincare. Applying normally when I'm not feeling too good, I just wash my face and start doing my skincare routine. And please don't ask for a skincare routine, you guys, because there's really nothing much to share. It's just me washing off my face and applying my my lotions. So yeah, what's the other thing? Oh, I also love drinking hot water. Hot water makes me to be relaxed. It gets rid of a lot of emotion, uneven emotions that I might have at a particular time. My boyfriend says ke rata mbeto. So it means I also love lying down. I like lying down a whole lot. I am a person that just loves relaxing after work, because when I'm at work, I really work. Like, I don't play. So yeah, I relax quite a lot. So that's how I normally like get rid of stress that comes with being a nurse. And most of the times when there's something that I don't like about the workplace that I am in, or the type of job that I would be doing at that particular time, I always look for a better opportunity, a better space, and a better area, a better environment. So yeah, that's basically me. And the other thing that I almost forgot, which is very important, I'm an outspoken person. If there is anyone or anything who does anything to me at work to make me feel uncomfortable, a colleague or what, I will confront that particular person. I am assertive like that. I am not a person that's going to sit back and say, let me just keep quiet, and then it eats me inside. No, I'm going to give it to you, and you are the one who's going to be left to digest it and to deal with it. While I know my conscience is clean, I've taken whatever that was eating me up and I've given it to the person that it belongs to. So this whole thing of being offended by colleagues and not addressing it, and like going to the other colleague and gossip about it and trying to like speak bad of the person that has done you wrong, that is not me. You do wrong, I come to you, I tell you like face to face. I'm not even gonna tell the next person and you will hear it from the next person. I want you to hear it from me. I want you to hear my tone, because if it's delivered by somebody else, you might not receive it the way I meant it. So I want you to look at me in the face, look at my facial expression, hear my tone, and just feel or see how you made me feel. I'm not going to gossip about you and stuff like that. So that's basically how I deal with the stress that comes with being a nurse. So yeah, this video will end here today. I hope I answered all the questions that were asked on my social media platforms, and thank you so much to everyone who gave me those questions. I love you guys so very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then I am humbly asking you to subscribe. We are, I think, 30 subscribers away from reaching 2K. So please, can you do that? Can we hit 2K? Can you share this channel with people that you think they will find it informative?